All right, well, back for another hike in Yellowstone, and I am hiking the Garnett Hill Loop Trail. And Garnett Hill is this piece of the mountain. You've got to be careful when you hike by loud rivers like this, because if you were to ever come across a bear, it's a lot harder for them to hear you, making it easier to scare them. And I mean, that's the last thing that you want to do on the trail. Well, they don't make it easy to cross this right here. Might just have to try and walk across this log. And hopefully crossing this log and it fall in and look like an idiot. It worked. I did it. Someone's losing their hair. You know, I'm not honestly expecting to see a whole lot of wildlife on this hike. You can look across the river and there's some bison up in those fields. But, I mean, the time of day right now, 1 p.m.-ish. So a lot of these animals are taking a lunch break, taking a nap, stuff like that. And then the Garnett Hill, this mountain right up here, it has the river that runs right over here. The river divides that part of the land out there from the Garnett Hill. So I feel like a lot of animals don't have access to this area like the other parts of the park. So this hike might turn into one of those hikes that's not centered on the wildlife, but more so the views out here, which is completely fine because it's such a beautiful area. As I'm hiking in an area that's got high ground, low ground, and a bunch of trees and places for an animal like a bear to hide, I like to take it slow and just look around, feel the area out. That way I can walk through with confidence, and if I do see or hear anything, hopefully I know before a bear would know. Some more fuzz. You know, I'm gonna put my money on it that this is the guy that's been leaving that furry fuzzball of a trail. And look at this guy. He is shedding that winter coat. These sagebrush fields out here make me nervous too, because grizzlies primarily are attracted to the sagebrush just because it's where they lay down, they'll dig up roots and do their grizzly thing. And it's black bears that will stick a little bit closer to the forest. But just looking out here, you got these rocks. So they're like these lumps out in the field. And when the mind is playing tricks, it kind of looks like a grizzly out there grazing in the sagebrush. Something tore up that tree. I love the smell of being outdoor, especially in these heavily wooded areas with the pine trees. You can smell the river, you can smell the moss, pines, everything. It's just the freshest air you can get, and I need more of it. Yeah. We completed the loop and we are back to this sketchy log bridge. There's nothing worse than having to finish a hike by going straight uphill. Oh, it's gonna be great. Well, I finally made it up the hill. It gassed me. I'm about at the trailhead now, so the hike has come to an end, but I loved it. 10 out of 10, would recommend it again. Not a whole lot of wildlife. I liked it because of the views. You had the mountains, rivers, meadows, all of it. It was awesome. This is a hike I could see myself coming back to do again. And that's really it. That's the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.